I hope you are all doing amazing today and really taking this time that's been given to you to get through this final push of energy that the old cycle is filtering through. The old cycle is the predator prey. It's also a taker giver type energy or narcissist empath. Has many different labels. The overall energy though was one energy was empty and godless, the other energy was filled with God, and therefore the godless energy had to grab onto the God energy in order to survive, for survival. That created a survival mode, a survival codependent relationship, a codependent material plane, because the godless dependent energies could not survive without the God energies, the ones that were connected into source. So in order to maintain their survival and keep everyone in this survival mode, which you've probably been in for a very long time, everyone's been in that mode, they had to victimize. These godless energies had to victimize these other energies in order to siphon energy off of them, and then that kept them in victim energy, victim mode, and then this one was already in victim energy, which is why it disconnected from God, and therefore it felt like it had to do what it had to do in order to survive. So then you have two individuals, two energies that created the universe who are both in now victim mode, victim energy, blame, a push-pull, tug-of-war, chase, runner. It's all the same game. It's basically one big continuous cycle over and over and over. It's polarity. It's boring. How many times are we going to stay on the carousel before we get seasick and are like, I've had enough, I'm off? And so this is where we are at in the energy, in the cycle, in this push, this last push over the hump to get into the new cycle, the new way, the new earth is what you call it here. It's a new universe. It's completely different than anything that you've ever seen before. It is, the energies are being literally ripped apart. You're probably feeling this from your perspective. Feminine, masculine, doesn't matter. Both energies, the taker and the giver, are being ripped apart at all levels. It's happening more here in the material, but also in the other dimensions as well. But as these energies are being pulled apart, you are probably experiencing a lot of downtime, the need to sleep, stay in, be alone, cocoon, heal. Heal is what you really need to be doing right now. Healing is the most important part. Some people are going to do the healing, some people are not. If you are feeling that you need to take the time to rest, you need to take the time to rest, because you are on every single level, every single dimension, healing massive wounds, not only within yourself, but also in your greater self, your infinite self, your higher self, the soul level, the angelic level. Every single one of these levels is being healed to completion. Because these energies, this is why I do not subscribe to a two-party system. I do not subscribe to arranged marriages. I do not subscribe to a twin flame soulmate perspective. Because the problem with that, the problem with only having two, is what happens if one of them goes toxic? What happens if one goes toxic and toxifies that one, and now they're both toxic? Which is exactly what happened in the universe, which is exactly what happened here in the United States. So you have the choice, a limited choice between two individuals or two parties or two entities that are both now toxic. What do you think the outcome is going to be? Not freedom, enslavement. It's enslavement on both sides. Both of them are enslaved. The predator is enslaved because they believe that they are valid in what they're doing because they refuse to heal themselves. They refuse to connect back to God. They refuse to see the harm that they're causing others. It's a tyrant, narcissistic energy that wants to dominate and control. It wants control over everyone and everything, and it wants to be God. Therefore, it becomes extremely toxic. So then it infiltrates this energy and jumps and projects its energy because it's wounded, it's angry, it's insecure. So it dumps all of its energy onto this energy, and then this energy goes down with it. And now they're both in this shit pool, toxic, because now this one's been victimized, raped, tortured, belittled, berated, bullied. And it just feels like crap about itself. It's like, hey, I was this high vibrational, amazing person, and now I just don't even want to get up and move. So now you have two massively wounded, toxic energies running everything. Running your government, running the universe. I don't know about you, but I'm done with that shit. Like, my greater self has been dealing with this for eons. I have been dealing with this for my entire life. I'm over it, which is why my greater self said we are done. We are creating a new way, a new pathway, a new system, a new universe, a new earth. We are no longer going to be bound by God to another, to say this is your twin flame, this is your soulmate, you have to be with them no matter what, till death do you part, no matter how toxic and evil and horrible they are. What? No. In this next universe, in this next cycle, in this next creation, free will choice. I have the choice to choose my mate, to choose my partner, to choose the person that I want to procreate with. I'm not going to align or subscribe to mating and procreating with someone who hates me and has no desire whatsoever to heal or to be better or to change. It's not my problem. I am not subscribing to this old system. So it's all being ripped apart. That's why you're feeling what you're feeling. You are probably pulling up some serious old wounds, especially child wounds, that you probably didn't even know existed. I call that Pandora's box. My recommendation is to sit in that energy. I got thrown into it the other day. It was extremely painful, but I was grateful for the opportunity because I knew that this was my final healing. This was my final healing of some serious wounds that were done to me, that were done to my greater self, that left me in victim energy, left me in a victim mentality. And yes, at some level, I was victimized. I was preyed on. I was blindsided. I didn't do anything wrong. But I also have to take responsibility for I stayed in that energy. Now, the sucky thing is I didn't see a choice. I didn't see a way out. But now there is choice. Everything has been manifested. The universe exists. There are different dimensions. There are different planes. There are many different options. And so in order to come out of this old way, The energies, again, are being completely separated. You are healing your wounds. You are getting yourself out of that energy, whatever that lower vibrational energies are. And you're choosing. You're moving into architect mode. Architect mode says, I am the creator of my movie, because this is a movie. It's a simulation. It's all energy. And you are stepping into that role of, I am the creator. I'm the writer. I cast the individuals who are in my movie, meaning you choose the people that are in your life, not God, not anybody else. See, this was a big one for me, is I choose my next family. I choose the individuals that surround me, that are there for my highest and greatest, who are in line with who I am, who love me for who I am. I get to choose my family. I no longer am going to be sucked into dynamics because of labels or titles, especially when those dynamics are dysfunctional and hurtful. That is a violation of myself. That's me going against myself. I won't do that. And that's exactly what I told God last night is, no, I'm choosing my mate, I'm choosing my family, and I'm choosing my life. I'm choosing my existence. I have free will choice. I'm going to exercise that free will choice, and no one shall ever attack me ever again. Ever. That is over. So you're moving into that where you are choosing everything in your life. That means that everything that's not in alignment, it has to go. That's going to be difficult for a lot of you, because that means job loss, loss of, quote, family, friends, partners, organizations. These things are gonna, if they're not in alignment with who you are going to the next level with, if they're not in alignment with that, then they're going to fall away. Because in order for you to create something completely new, in order for this to jump into this new timeline, you can't hold on to any of the old baggage. If it's not in alignment with this, there are two different levels. If you're going to this level, you're hopping up, and you are trying to hold on to something from this level, you're just going to get pulled right down. You're going to go down to that level. You have to let all that go. It is what it is. If you want to be a total creator in your reality and write everything, meaning what kind of career you have, what you align with as far as people, places, things, events, everything, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, how you're acting, what you're doing, what your purpose is. If you want to be a part of the new earth, which is unity, which is oneness, which is love, in love, and that in love is different than love. In love means I am totally in love with everything about myself, first, self. And that reflection reflects outside of me, and therefore everything is in alignment with that in love, and therefore I am in that vibration. This is something that has never happened before, this in love. This is a divine love. This is not a human love. So you are going to experience this at a whole nother level, and you are going to align with a partner, if you so choose, that matches that frequency. But you have to get to that frequency first, which is why you are going through a final purging stage. You are going through a final healing, especially for the feminine. The masculine is coming out of it as well, but for the feminine, because I'm a feminine, I will speak from that perspective. It is healing the wound of I've been victimized by my masculine, by my mate, by my soulmate, by my twin flame. And I'm no longer going to be a victim. I'm no longer going to be part of a system that does not support me, that is not aligned with who I want to be, that doesn't align with my ability to practice my free will, that does not love me for who I am. I'm not going to be a part of that. For the masculines, not all of them, but for the toxic masculines, they're coming into realization of, I treated my feminine really bad. I siphoned all of her energy off of her and then went out and gave it to a whole bunch of others and then created beautiful life for myself and left her. That was the cycle. That was the old cycle. And now that masculine is devastated because he realizes she's never coming back. I treated her so poorly. I did so many horrible things to her. I feel terrible, but how can you make up for it? She's moving on. She's done. It's over. She is going to align with somebody else and she deserves it. And that's the realization he's going to get to. And then he is going to have to heal on his side, his guilt and his shame for what he did. And she is going to have to heal the wounds of being raped repeatedly, tortured, stolen, siphoned, taken advantage of, lied to, manipulated, all that stuff. That's the energy. That's where we're at. The crumbling, the tower moments, these are good because they are actually making way to step through that door to that other dimension, not dimension, to that other timeline. So heal. Heal, heal, heal. Ask God, show me what it is I need to heal. What is left in me that I need to heal in order to move into this new timeline, this new way. All right. I love you. Have an amazing, amazing day. Mwah. Bye.